time to move on. Join us for this video as we head south along Highway 95 in Idaho through Potlatch and Pollock. Along the way, we'll show you a little trouble we had with our rugs, a repair we had to do on our Brinkley shower, the cute little RV parks we stayed in along the way, and of course, a little trip into McCall, Idaho. Potlatch is located about 76 miles south on Highway 95 from Post Falls. The town was founded as a company town in 1905 for the Potlatch Lumber Company, which boasted the largest white pine mill in the world. It is no longer open, and with a population of about 800 people, its jobs consist mostly around retail and education.
This is a pretty cool little spot. It's nice to have a place to take it easy for a week. Nice and quiet. We're not really doing much. There's a little walking path. Town has 791 people in it. There's not a lot happening around here, but it's a nice in-between week, maybe on the way to something else that's got more excitement, more fun, or whatever, but just a nice little spot to catch up for the week.
The Scenic 6 RV Park is the hub of this little community. It hosts 22 camping spaces, as well as some camping cabins. My favorite part was the walking trail that went all the way around. It's almost a mile long. It also has a pickleball court, horseshoe pit, bocce ball court, and 9-hole frisbee golf course, as well as some historical attractions. One of the things that's very different about being on the road versus being at home is there's no just opening the door in the morning to let the boys out to be in the yard. Instead, we have to find a spot where they can go and we can go potty, which means I have to put clothes on. Fellow campers don't want to see that. Today, I am putting on a new kind of rug tape on the backs of our rugs. Seems pretty nice. It's like cloth on one side with sticky on the other. It is by Great Tape Rug Tape. We're going to give it a shot. The reason I'm doing this is that, this likes to chew on things when we're gone. And originally we had these kind of rugs underneath, these kinds of pads underneath, but this right here is naughty. All right, don't you woof it. Hey, I got the backing on it. Let's see if it will flip over here nice and see if it provides. Oh yeah, I think I may have to put some in the middle. The middle still moves, but the edges are great. I think I just need some in the middle. I am really struggling with getting that plastic. I guess that means it's good. It's awful sticky. Okay, we're gonna try like this. Let's try some pieces there. Oh, you gonna help? Whew. If any of you have advice on some rug sticky or some way to keep your rugs from slipping out from under ya, I would love to hear it. This seems a little better. Yeah, this seems like it's, oh yeah. Okay, you do the wiggle test. I think we're gonna give it a try and see. You ready? You ready? It's moving day. Time to pack up. We're headed from Potlatch, Idaho, all the way down, 173 miles to Pollock, Idaho. So much smoke though because of the fires around here. A lot of fires and the smoke has rolled in, but wow. Idaho, home of the University of Idaho. They call this a hill, but I don't know that I agree with them. In reality, you drop down over 2,000 feet in around 7 miles. The grade is never more than 7%, so nothing major to worry about, but using your engine exhaust brake will definitely help. It's so smoky. The river's down there, you can see the river, but it is so smoky you can't even appreciate the view. But it's down there. Again with the hill. Whitebird Pass is the second grade that you deal with as you travel south on Highway 95. This one feels a little more intense for some reason, though really it isn't. City of Riggins, Idaho. Lots of rafting companies, very small population of 300 plus. but a summer destination dream. Little restaurants, breweries, rafting guides places, hotels. RV Resort. Our site sits right here. As you can see, the highway runs right there in the back. It isn't too bad. You do hear the sounds in the morning when you first wake up. A lot of times the traffic going to and from businesses or work or whatever. But for the most part, it really isn't too bothersome. All of these sites right here back right up on to the creek. Well, actually it's the Little Salmon River. There aren't very many long ones. As you can see, there's one motorhome. Walk over here and show you the view that these campsites have. It's pretty spectacular. Very peaceful. So there's the view that they have. Sit out on the little grassy space behind and listen to the Little Salmon River. Even though you may not get a view of the water, you're tucked down here in the end of the canyon. So you still have pretty remarkable views of trees, the hills. It's pretty fantastic. So we are gonna head to McCall, Idaho today. And it is about 36 miles from here. So it is gonna take us about 45 minutes to get there. It is, I guess it's 5,000, a little over 5,000 feet in elevation, but I hear it is right on a lake. So I want to check that out and maybe grab a bite to eat. I also want to look at the state park that I heard about there. It's called Ponderosa State Park, I believe. So we're going to check that out. But first, I got to make some coffee and get some snacks.
Cooler, it really changes the way you feel. I didn't know that I needed one until I had one. Now that I have one, I probably won't ever have another rig without one. firewood right there. Look at how straight it is. 70 feet straight.
Ponderosa State Park is right outside of McCall, Idaho, and sits along Payette Lake. The entire park is over 1,500 acres and boasts 163 campsites, 9 of which are deluxe cabins you can rent. There are numerous trails all around the park, but no pets allowed except for on Rover's Roundabout. It was a beautiful day in McCall, but it was time to head back through town, past the gorgeous houses, and back up to Potlatch so we could figure out what was going on with our shower.
So today's task is to figure out what's going on with the shower wand handle. I think from what I've been able to determine so far is that this whole thing needs to come off. The whole shower tower needs to come off. It's all one piece. And so we're going to start with cutting the silicone that's all the way around it. And so in our case, there's 2 screws underneath here that needed to come out in order to lift this as well. So now that the 2 screws are out of the bottom and we've cut the silicone all the way around this thing, you have to lift it up. There's a couple brackets on the back. You lift it up and the whole thing comes off. Now, if you look here and behind here, you can see that the nut that holds this on here is really loose and needs to be tightened up. So we'll fix that, clean up all the silicone, and reinstall it.
Let's take the dogs for a walk. It's been raining most of the day. Here, I'll take one. Bubba. It's been raining most of the day today, so we're going to take them for a little stroll while we're not all wet. Hopefully we have, yeah. You got your poop bag?
I got one, yeah.
You got your poop bag? Okay.
Just what I thought I would be doing.
Your
my old age.
You figured you'd be just picking up dog poop for fun.
Walking around following a dog and picking up his poop. I've really come up in the world.
Well, you know, there are worse things in life, I guess. Definitely worse things in life. What do you think of this little park so far?
It's a cute little park. Very nice, well kept.
I like how clean it is. It's super clean.
Super clean. The problem with this little park is that there's not a lot to do around here.
What do you mean there's not a lot to do?
Well, it's about 35 miles, I guess, to McCall. And you can go into Riggins if you're going to do some whitewater rafting.
And you know what? It would be a fun day if it were hot out, but it is not hot out. So we're not going to be whitewater rafting. However, I have heard that there are some great little places to eat in Riggins. One of the things that this little park has that I'm really impressed with is they have a great bathroom. I know that seems
nice bathroom. I
know that seems crazy, but the bathroom's like super clean. And I think my favorite part about the bathroom is probably the highly motivational sign on the door. There's a very motivational sign on the door that we will share with you. Okay, well, you got two options. You got a doe or you got a buck. But either one of them have these great signs right here on the door. Pretty motivational that you make sure that the lights are off, although I didn't know that snakes were attracted to light, and that you keep the spiders out. And that is no small, look at the size of that picture. What? Swallows. Tanks are dumped.
Tanks are dumped. Onward.
Onward.
To Vale.
To
the big town of Vale, Oregon.
town of Vale, Oregon.
That's our midway point to home.
Midway to home. Here we go. About council.
I read about council. They have an annual porcupine race. I don't know how it works, but when I was looking up council, they do, I think it was on July 4th, they do annual porcupine races.
So you must be able to own a porcupine in the state of Idaho.
I don't know if to go out and catch them and let them go, or I don't have any idea what they do.
But if you ever wanted to do a porcupine race, this is where to do it?
You know, grabbing a porcupine and trying to get it to race doesn't sound like a good idea.
We prefer to limit our driving to about 3 hours a day. So Vale RV Park was a perfect overnight stop for us. It's fairly new, boasts wonderful pull-through sites that have AstroTurf grass in between, and even a cute little dog park and stick library. made it to my brother's where we're gonna stay for a couple weeks. But please, before you go, don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring that bell for notifications.